BMI, or body mass index, is constantly mentioned by the news and by doctors, so it must be a very carefully calculated scientific measurement that everybody agrees is super useful and important. Or is it a scam? Find out on my recurring segment, Is It a Scam? Yep. BMI was invented in the 1830s, by a Belgian astronomer, red flag number 2, to try to figure out what the average soldier looked like. That should be enough. That should be the end of the video, but we press on. There was a fad at the time for measuring things and finding averages, so he set out to find the perfectly average human, and by that he meant white guy, specifically Scottish Highland soldier. The formula he invented was weight over height squared, and the reason why he chose to square height was vibes? I guess there's no good reason. It does kind of remind me of the formula for gravity, so maybe he was like heavenly bodies, earthly bodies, square stuff. What it does though is if you're a few inches taller or shorter than the average Scottish Highland soldier in the 1830s, it totally throws the measurements off. So it doesn't work if you're tall or short. It also doesn't work if you're old or young. It also doesn't work if you work out because it can't tell the difference between muscle and fat. And of course, it can't differentiate between types of fat, some of which are correlated with negative health outcomes and some of which aren't. And you're going to be shocked to learn this. It really only works if you're white. Essentially, it only works if you're Scotch warriors. And look, I'm just a guy who listens to a lot of podcasts and then talks fast, but the American Medical Association says not to use it. I guess you could use it in stories about the obesity epidemic among young 5'9" European soldiers who are dedicated to protecting the homeland but not working out too much, but any other context, using BMI is a scam, yep.